I'm about to show you something that shouldn't exist. A chocolate tree covered in Persian fairy floss that looks like it's straight out of a storybook. And the technique I'm using will blow your mind. Let's make some magic. So to start this process, we need to temper our chocolate. Now, I won't go through the whole process now because that will make this video take too long for you. However, if you haven't tempered chocolate before, please follow the link you can see on the screen. I have a step-by-step process there that will show you exactly how to achieve the chocolate we're using in this video. Okay, now that we have our chocolate tempered, we're ready to go. We want to pop this aside and get our iced water ready. Now I have some water already sitting with ice in it. You want to get this as cold as you possibly can, and you also want the water to be higher than the ice is at the bottom. So you don't want the ice to be touching the bottom of your bowl. If it is, you need to raise the water level a little bit higher. Okay, now that we have our tempered chocolate and our freezing cold water, we want to transfer the chocolate into a delivery method of some sorts. Now I am just using parchment paper or baking paper with some sticky tape around the outside. You can use acetate, a squeeze bottle, like, you know, the sauce bottles that you put tomato sauce in. It's really up to you, but I prefer to use one of these. Now, if you are using baking paper like me, just be sure to fold your ends over so the chocolate doesn't try to escape out the top. So pipe the chocolate directly onto the ice water. You can see already it's just sitting on the surface. And going back and forth will give you a nice thick tree stump and also give you a bark-like kind of finish. You will be able to visually see the chocolate setting on top of the ice water. It's at this point that I'm picking up the tree by the thick stem base and just gently rotating it a few degrees, setting it back in the ice and then creating more of those branches. Continue to do this until you have as many branches as you feel you need. All right, so while our trees are setting in the fridge, we're going to go and make some of the rocks that we're going to use as a scenery around the base of our tree. Now, if you watched one of my previous videos, I used some goose eggs to make meringue. If you haven't caught that one though, it's on the screen now. Go check it out. You can follow that along and make these exact rocks, or you can just use some biscuits instead. But let's go do it. The meringues that you've just seen on the screen have now been crushed up and mixed with some of the tempered chocolate that I had saved aside from earlier. I'm just squishing them together to create these little clumps of meringue and chocolate. They're then going to be left to set and they will create our rocks. To really make these rocks pop on the plate though, I have used some petal dust and I've divided them into two portions. You can use no petal dust, you can use 6 or 7 different petal dusts. It's really up to whatever color combination you want to use for your design. Okay, so we've finished making our trees and they look amazing. So now it's time to move on to decorating. Depending on how you want to present your tree, you may or may not need to use this method, but I'm using a little bit of melted chocolate just to stick the tree to the plate to make sure it has stability. And we are done. And wow, look at what we have created. This is crazy. This is something that you would find in a fairy tale. It's enchanting, it's beautiful, it's charming. The Wickers dark chocolate paired with this rose Persian fairy floss is just such an amazing flavor combination. And then we have the goose egg meringue with the dark chocolate rocks. Oh, it's going to be so light on the palate and so decadent. If you've made this alongside me, please send me a link photo. Let me know how you went. If there's something you think maybe we could have done different or added to it, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, come on over here. We're going to go and make Willy Wonka's chocolate balls and have another chocolate adventure. I'll see you there.